Yo, this your boy Q. We're here at Bloodline Dynasty, and in tonight's video, I'm gonna be revealing my top 10 industry secrets that you probably ain't never heard about. Alright y'all, so tonight's video is gonna be a little bit fun. We're gonna switch it up and I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans. I'm gonna get down to the real core issues of a lot of things that tattoo artists have to deal with, and I'm gonna be revealing my top 10 secrets that tattoo artists discuss amongst each other on a daily basis, but that clients tend not to know nothing about. So without further ado, we about to get right into it. All right, y'all, so when it comes to getting a tattoo done, the very worst question that you can ask a tattoo artist, whether it's in person or if you're doing this over the phone or online, is asking the question of, how much do you charge for tattoos? This question is something that irritates the soul out of pretty much every tattoo artist across the globe. And the reason why is asking how much you charge for tattoos can be compared to calling a grocery store and asking them how much you charge for groceries. There's simply just too many options available and too many variables that come into play when it comes to how much you're gonna have to pay, that to discuss this over the phone would be a feat that's damn near impossible or just not worth the time that it'll take to do it. So my advice is, if you're curious about how much your tattoo is gonna cost, at least start by introducing yourself and giving the artist some kind of direction as to what kind of tattoo you may be wanting to get. Even in this case, coming out of the gate and asking how much you want for a tattoo and how much does a tattoo cost kind of puts you into the category of a person that a tattoo artist is not really going to want to fuck with. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're asking how much it costs for a tattoo, you're price hopping or you're just window shopping. In either case, it shows the artist that you're not too concerned about the quality of their work and the process that they have to put into it, but mostly concerned about how much money you're gonna have to come out of pocket. Now, we understand that you wanna know how much your tattoo costs, but when the first statement out of your mouth is how much and not hello, you got a serious fucking problem. So just think about what you're saying before you say it, and you'll get along a lot farther. Next, we're gonna talk about deals. Everybody wanna work a deal. Well, the problem comes in that people are trying to get a deal from artists who they've never fucking met before. Now, another one of the worst things that can come out of your mouth is, can you give me a deal? A lot of guys that come up to you on the first time meeting you and say, hey dog, I feel like you should give me a deal because I'm gonna be sending a whole bunch of people your way. When in reality, you haven't sent no fucking body my way. And even if you send 20 people my way, this is how I make my living. And if I just go giving people deals who I've never met and who hasn't shown me that they're gonna be a good client, then I'm really doing some stupid shit. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I always give deals to people and I always hook people up. I love to give things away. I love what I do. I love helping people out, and I understand that a lot of my clients who are coming to me aren't fucking rich. And that doesn't mean that they don't deserve to get a high quality piece of art and they don't deserve to get my best. But this is still how I make a living. And I do take a lot of pride in what I do. And I do believe that I charge accordingly for the quality that I provide. So when people come to me and they respect what I do and they're willing to go through my process and they're willing to be patient and split their tattoos up into separate sessions, then I'm more than likely, if you're getting a cool piece, to give you a good deal. Meaning I put extra hours in, I charge way less than what I actually worked for, and I enjoy doing this on a regular basis because I just like taking care of the people who take care of me. So if you're looking for a deal, the very first thing you want to do is go in and develop a relationship with whatever artist you're dealing with and spend some money with them and show them that you're serious about their work and that you respect their work, and you'll be surprised, man. You'll be able to get the deal of a lifetime. Another thing people don't really tend to know is that tattoo artists absolutely love when you give them artistic freedom. Artistic freedom is just the ability for artists to be able to do what they want to do and design your tattoo how they want to do it without too much of your input. Meaning you basically come in, give me a basic idea and say, hey Q, I trust what you do, I love your work, this is what I want, and I want you to design it in whatever way you see fit. And that's it, dog. I'm gonna pay you to do your job. This is the very best way to approach your tattoo artist when it comes to getting some work done, because it gives them the freedom to truly express themselves from their heart. They don't have any of the restrictions of what a person wants and the little itty bitty picky things that people tend to pick out who don't really have too much artistic background. That shit is a pain, and we absolutely love when you give us artistic freedom. So if you want your piece to look a little bit better next time, try this out. You'll be surprised what you come up with. Another thing that a lot of tattoo artists have to deal with is when clients bring an entourage. So we all know that it's good to have support with you a lot of the times when you come in to get your tattoo done, because it's good to have somebody to talk to while you're waiting, while you're getting the tattoo done. And sometimes you might be a little nervous and you might want somebody here for emotional support. And that's all well and good. I actually like it when people bring somebody with them for longer tattoos, because it gives them somebody to talk to and can kind of take their mind off of the situation. But when you get people who bring groups of 5 and 6 people, that can become pretty distracting. Groups of people standing around the artist, hovering around, having loud conversations and distracting the client can be pretty distracting and can make the tattoo situation a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. It can also be pretty distracting for other people in the shop. So when you come in to get your tattoo done, just try to remember to keep your company to a minimum. 1 or 2 people at the most. All right, y'all. So another thing that a lot of tattoo artists absolutely hate is when clients stare them in the face. A lot of times your tattoo artist is literally working right here on your arm, and you have your face turned and you're staring right in the face just like this. That shit is extremely fucking irritating and uncomfortable. You could imagine you wouldn't want somebody 2 feet away from you staring you right in the face. So cut it out. Another thing that tattoo artists have to deal with that's pretty irritating is when people continue to ask the same question month after month after month. You'll get a lot of people who will inbox you about a tattoo and send you a picture or something and say, hey, how much you would charge for this? You give them an estimate. 6 months later, they send you another picture with pretty much the same amount of detail, maybe a little bit of a difference. So I give them the exact same estimate. 6 months later, they're sending me another inquiry about the same shit. I never really figured out what compels people to do this, because a lot of the people who do this still never end up showing up. I've had clients who've asked the same question for 2-3 years straight, 3-4 months separate. So whatever the fuck is going on with you, just fucking stop it. Now, when you're getting your tattoo done, it's very important that you keep in mind the fact that you need to sit the fuck still. A lot of people are natural fidgeters. They come in to get their tattoo done. Every 2 minutes, they picking their phone up, looking through their phone, putting it down. They turning their head back and forth, looking their head real fast at everything that's going on. They're just naturally unsettled people. But when you're coming to get a tattoo done, your tattoo artist needs you to sit as still and comfortably and calmly as possible for the entire time. In the tattoo artist's mind, as far as they're concerned, you could be knocked the fuck out and they'll be able to get their job done a lot faster. So the closer you can be to unconscious or dead while you're getting your tattoo done, the better. Keep this in mind, please. Now, I know everybody likes these deals. And in a lot of people's minds, wherever business they walking into, they got to try to work some kind of deal for something. But the very last thing you want to do when you walk into the shop is try to haggle. Tattoo shops can't stand a fucking haggler. If I tell you a price, this is what I charge, and there's a reason I charge this. For whatever reason, people still have the assumption that the tattoo industry is just whimsical, don't care kind of industry where people just make things up and just charge as they go along. But the reality is a lot of these artists have put years of dedication into honing their craft, and the price that they have set is for a specific reason. They put a lot of hard work, and these tattoos are permanent pieces of artwork that you got to wear on your body. So it's the very last thing that you want to try to haggle with. Just like you really shouldn't try to haggle the price of too much of anything that you paying a service for. If a person tells you the price, just pay the price or move on. Now, it is extremely important that you get into the habit of tipping your tattoo artists. All the service industry people work off of tips. Whether they work at a restaurant, or they work at a bar, or they work in a tattoo shop. Tips are just a way of showing your appreciation to the artist for putting their very best work into your piece. In a lot of urban communities, tattoo artists have to deal with the fact that their customers don't really tend to leave a tip. Even if it's just a couple dollars, it is a very good gesture to show the artist that I'm gonna throw you a couple extra dollars to what you asked me for just because I really appreciate what you just did for me. Tipping brings a lot of good karma back onto you, and it's just a very good tip to be able to keep you in the front of your tattoo artist's mind next time you come into the shop. Now, one of the very worst problems that a tattoo artist has to deal with is a no-call, no-show. If for whatever reason you can't show up for your appointment, it is very important that you call your tattoo artist as far in advance as you can and let them know that you won't be able to make it. When people wait to the very last minute to call their tattoo artist or don't call at all, it really throws a damper onto the tattoo artist's plans and can really hold things up for them as far as getting people into their seat and possibly making some money or just making plans for what they are going to do for that day. It's a true disrespect to the artist's time, and it's something that happens much far too often out here, even with people who leave deposits. So I understand a lot of the times that there's family emergencies and things that happen, but in reality, unless you're fucking dead, there's no excuse for you to not call your tattoo artist and let them know that you can't make it if something pops up. Even if you just change your mind and don't want to get the tattoo done no more. All right, y'all. Those are my 10 secrets that I wanted to reveal with you. These are all things that tattoo artists have to deal with and that we discuss with each other on a daily basis. But at the same time, things that we can't really express to our clients in the moment because of the fact that it may offend them and turn them off from wanting to get their tattoo done. It is not my job to want to offend nobody, but at the same time, a lot of things need to be said, and a lot of people just need to be made aware of their actions so that they can try to change them and make it better the next time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And in general, I'm gonna give you an extra little tip here at the end, and that is the fact that you need to show up prepared for your tattoo. Make sure that on the day when you're coming in to get your tattoo done, that you're wearing comfortable clothing, you've eaten before you came in, you got some water, and you got some kind of entertainment for yourself, especially if it's a very long tattoo. These things can get really boring, and often to the wee hours of the tattoo, if you don't have something to keep you entertained, you can start to get a little bit restless, and that can cause a little bit of problems for the tattoo artist. So if you keep all these things that you've learned today in mind, I'm sure that your next tattoo experience will be a little bit better than your last one. So until next time, have a nice life, and I'll see you soon.